Alrighty, everyone. Welcome to the SSW EagleEye Sprint Review for Sprint 84. Today we have myself, our dev team, and our Sydney-based stakeholders. Let's jump in and we'll show you what we've been working on. Amazing. So we can see this was a 1 week sprint, the first of our 1 week sprints. We have transitioned back from the 2 week cadence, which has worked out quite well. We had the one goal of completing the Azure Marketplace Epic, and more specifically, completing the incremental updates for customers. We're extremely close. PR is in review, but we can jump into that in a moment.
Just a small thing. I see the red cross there. Has there been progress, or you didn't work on it at all?
Yeah, there's been progress. It's waiting for a review. Oh, in review. Sam and Luke have just been doing it.
Can you get rid of the bullet point as well, Luke? You don't need a bullet point and an emoji, but emojis replace them. Okay, thanks.
Oh, just kill this. Yeah.
Cool. Alrighty. Stepping on through, time spent. It was a bit of a mix, mainly Hark, and then we had Luke and Sam with reduced capacity. All right. So sprint review. These are the PBIs that we got through. So first off, the ones that we have complete, automate demo DB schema updates. So to make sure when a new tenant comes on board EagleEye, we have a demo DB that is used to populate some of the reports or whatnot. We had manual jobs that we had to go in and do ourselves to update the schema as it sort of evolves over time. This has now been added into the actions and it's all automated. Next one there, broken link. So there was a small UI, UX bug that was identified on the website for getting started. It was just a broken link. So Sam was able to go through and fix up the content for that one. Amazing. Next one there relates to our goal. So that was for the incremental updates for customers. As mentioned before, it's in review and should hopefully be put through soon.
Yeah, and one thing to mention is for this one, we last sprint we successfully tested on a local environment, and in this sprint we tested in my own instance. So I created Azure Marketplace offer to test it in the real environment. Yeah. So yeah, and now it's waiting for PR review. Yeah.
Awesome. Next one on there, onboarding. So this was a PBI set up for Sam and Luke just to go through and test the provisioning and the whole Azure Marketplace experience. They've been working through this. There's been some pretty good feedback that's come out of this. One of them being that the documentation is a bit too complicated for your standard user. Would sort of, at the moment, Sam mentioned in the review that it's probably more aligned with like sort of a senior or experienced sysadmin. So we need to work on reducing that complexity. Majority of it was in the prerequisite tasks, which weren't particularly elaborated on, but Sam's in the process of updating the content there, making sure that we link off to appropriate Microsoft documentation, but also including nice screenshots that we can follow. Cool. Next one there, the video. So Hark's been working hard to get these marketplace videos in. We have a V3 that's been recorded, but it's now just blocked by TV team availability, which we will come back to later. But it might be a little bit more of a wait if we wait for Bajat. Otherwise, if someone else is, if you're happy, Adam, for another person in the TV team to take over, we can sort of delegate some of the work to them.
With the feedback from the last video, there was a lot of changes needed to the website or to the actual application portal. Have all those been done?
Yeah, so on Azure side or Marketplace side, yes, those are done. On the documentation side, I go through the feedback with Sam, And I was concerned that we should wait for more documentation changes. But Sam pointed out documentation is a living, like it's going to keep on evolving. So we should at least have video which represents the current state of documentation. And maybe if something's missing in the documentation, we can elaborate in the videos. And then we're going to change or update the documentations. So on documentation side, no, but on Azure side or Power BI side, the feedback is done. Does that answer?
I would agree that getting the application, the portal right, is the highest priority. But I would also say I would probably make best efforts that the documentation that is going to be included in a video is mostly right up to date. It wouldn't go, oh, that's all wrong, and I'm going to record a video anyway. So I guess I don't exactly know the scale of what you guys are talking about, but if you would hope that anything's to do with the documentation are almost up to date.
Yeah, fair point. That's why we have 4 videos separate, so we can, if we have anything to change on one step, we can just re-record that part of the video, that step.
Okay.
Yeah.
Brilliant. And then the final one here is the end-to-end testing. Hark is still in the process of adding this one for viewing manual jobs. Yeah, in progress, and it's going to be carried on to the next sprint. Cool. Any questions there from the sprint backlog?
No, all good for me.
Perfect. Alrighty, I'll hand on to Luke.
Thanks. And next, for deployments, we only have like one deployment for our project, engine portal and API. And for job execution, last week, all good. And Power BI report views, Stefan, Levi, and Yuli, top 3 users. Epic progress. So we have 3 PBI in progress for customer instance setup, and we have 1 playwright PBI in progress. Yeah. R&D, I think it's still customer incremental updates. Yeah, need to fix some permission issue, investigate. Yeah. AI tools, no change.
Hold on. I want to talk about this. So the AI tools, who is the gold standard of using a lot of compute? Who, Luke, are you maxing out your compute? I mean, like you, I don't know, throwing items into the backlog, sort of throwing items into AI. I don't know, before you go to lunch, and then when you get back, you see where it's up to, or you basically who's using AI the most out of the team members?
For this week, I can say it's definitely not me. I've been spending a lot more time on PR reviews, which is necessarily quite a manual process.
Right. Yep. Sure. Of course. We do not want AI to generate a whole bunch of mess, but we don't want to be doing a whole lot of hand coding of stuff that can be automatically done.
Yeah, I'm using it to generate test cases for end-to-end testing for Playwright. Right. It has a MCP server, which is perfect. Okay. And yesterday they also released Playwright CLI, which also works well. I was watching the video, but yeah.
Yes, excellent. So can you put on hard? Can you put in brackets using it for Playwright tests? I think that's good. And what about you, Luke?
Playwright.
Also noticing why are you using Opus 4.6?
Didn't that release like today?
No, a week ago.
Was it? Are you sure?
Yeah, like if you're hitting limits and you've hit your limit, then I want to hear about it. Luke, if you're hitting limits?
Yeah, and for me, I'm hitting limit, so I'm using cursor, so I'm hitting its limit. Yeah. For me, I'm mostly using it to debug on the Azure resource deploy failure. Yeah, because I'm testing the on my instance. Yeah, so I need to investigate. Yeah, help you use easier CLI to check the error and fix, etc.
Okay. Can we make an effort for everybody in the team to try 4.6, Opus 4.6? Just put a note at the bottom. Everyone to try Opus 4.6.
Everyone to try.
Yeah.
I actually swapped off Claude as my provider because it broke.
It's
But
Opus.
maybe this is my moment. I can come back to 4.6 and it'll be better.
And just with Luke, can you put in brackets hitting limits? And Hark, you're hitting limits too, is that right?
No, I'm not using Opus 4.6, so no.
Are you
It's
hitting any limits?
no.
Okay, all right, good. All right, yeah. Excellent. But
It is.
with the Yak Shaver team, just so you know, they have a lot of UI bits and pieces, and the rules team, when they started their sprint planning, the very first thing they did was throw everything into AI and see which ones got automatically done. And then they spent obviously time. I think in some cases they got 2 guys doing pull requests, reviewing pull requests at the same time. Now, obviously, you know, if you getting AI to do it, you want to be looking more carefully at what's being generated.
Yep.
All right, let's keep going.
Next is called statistic, and Hawk will walk through this. Let me share here.
Yeah, so a couple of key points I'm gonna quickly skim through. So in the forecast, we were thinking about GitHub user mapping. So a couple of options we discussed. One of them was to map dynamic data to EagleEye, but we all agreed we should be using EagleEye portal and as a long-term approach. And yeah, we're still gonna go through with this investigation and go with Dan or Gordon or Callum. And yeah, another thing in peoples and role, look, people and roles. So yeah, first of all, I really got our photos from people profile, and you see Sam, a couple of key finding in Sam's side that he is doing a lot of peer review, helping team, and also coaching me to get the videos out, like how to present better, speak slowly, etc. For me, it also had a very very good key finding that my communication style is too narrative, that I explain unnecessary, but it's much better. I'm still doing good work. And about Toby, that he's doing PO role good. That's a good key finding. And for Luke Mao as well, Scrum Master and admin duties during sprint. It's good. I don't know how it got the value score, but yeah, it's much higher for Luke and me. Anyway,
Hark, what I would do when I'm doing this, because you're obviously doing the narration here, but you're also instructing Luke what to do.
yeah,
So just go to the very top as an example, I would say. So Luke, if you could click on the timeline tab at the top there,
yeah,
and then he'll click on that. And if you look at the second point there, Sam's sprint backlog review,
yeah,
and now he knows to highlight the whole second point there,
yeah.
and then he can
got it.
read that out. And then you're kind of guiding him what to do, and then it's easy for all of us because you jumped around from person to person, not even in order.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Yes. Okay. All right. Keep going.
Okay, fair point.
Yeah.
Luke, can you please click on now insights?
Sure.
And then another point is where did it go? If you go to risk radar, if you scroll down a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah, the documentation uploads for Tina on products website is a little bit having issues. Sam was having the issues while updating
item?
the documentation. Luke
Okay,
is
yep.
highlighting. Yeah.
This one.
And yeah, another thing is, again, Sam was distracted from sprint on 3 days benchmasters meeting. That is also key finding. Yeah, that's major key findings on this Claude.
I'm going to pause. at the bottom there, I can see it says Adam Kogan, me, operating as a shadow product owner. If my name is coming up because I'm blocking, etc.,
Yeah. You want to know?
that's a guidance to probably the language used by the team members or Toby or something. So in the background, Toby could ask me different questions in the, even as you're having that meeting. But yeah, obviously this tool is looking at stuff. Now, it might mean nothing, but it'll, there is another pattern down below where it says product owner role is passive. Important to try to see if you can change any language around. Or remember, this tool is just, a tool that a few of the guys wrote. You can ask it to put examples there or something, so it makes more sense to you. Just like I asked for those pictures to be added to the profiles.
Yeah.
If you scroll down to the very, very bottom, there is a link there where view on GitHub. Click on that, and you can put items in that backlog if you want it improved. Click that. Yeah, it's SSW target. So you can see it's easy just to put in issues there if you want that report to be a bit better. All right, all good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sam wants to
I
say
was just going to mention the point you just made is perfect, of course. But if you scroll up back to that point on Adam being shadow PO thing, you can actually read the part below it, and it seems to specifically give you that example already. It's like saying, hey, it doesn't say that we mentioned that you were the PO. It says that you redirected people mid-sprint. So it might just be a weird coincidence in this case.
Oh, did I redirect people mid-sprint?
Yeah.
What did I do?
Like I was working on manual testing, and we were having conversation that you want me to work on the video first, then playwright. So then
Okay.
Yeah.
But I think we said that as soon as the videos were done. We did the videos, we gave feedback. I said, all right, so make sure you work on the portal stuff first, and then the docker. When you're happy, re-record. So yeah, I think at that point you probably should have passed that on to Toby. And if Toby disagreed and thought it was a bad idea, he should redirect you and tell me that he's doing that.
Yeah, I had this conversation with Toby that I'm gonna work on this one first, and yeah, he agreed. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Luke, you can go back to the emails.
Let's continue. Yeah. So Copilot statistic, and we have 35 minutes. And I'm the most, I speak a lot. And next one. So what was the main item complete? It was demo database. So we automated this in the pipeline. Next, retro. So I will just highlight some key points here. Yeah. So from what went well, so we are very close to the marketplace epic. Yeah. The incremental updates just need a PR review. What didn't go so well? So not much market has done, but we are very close to being done. Next one, from Toby, reduce PBI scope to be very small units of work. Yeah. Another thing is I will be on leave for the next 2 weeks, and Sam will be the Scrum Master. Yeah, for the EagleEye. Okay. Any question?
Where are you going, Luke?
I'm going back to for Chinese New Year. Yeah.
Will you be visiting SSW China?
Yeah, sure, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. And next forecast.
Before we talk about this, can I just say, do you feel like you're all rowing in the same direction? Sam and
so
rowing in the same direction.
Sorry.
Well, I know I'm not sure, but I think Hark is trying to record a new version of the video, and you're working on other things. I don't know. Are you working together, or are you working on items separately?
Yes. So currently, the overall is Hark is working on the video and playwriting. Me is working on trying to finalize the incremental updates in this sprint. And in next sprint, Sam will be start working on the GitHub user mapping. I think it's on good track. Yeah.
Right. So he's going to start working on GitHub before all the videos are finished.
So
I think
videos
it's in parallel. Yeah, Hawk is working on the video.
Right.
Yeah.
But is there things that Sam could be doing to push Hark along faster?
So I'm there to check for him. So anytime he needs a hand, I'm always available to call for him, and I'll do all the video
Right.
checking prior to handing it off to TV teams and stuff.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Support.
I am worried because I really want it to be easy to install and people to get up and running before we add new features. I feel like we could be here in 3 sprints time, and Hark has not finished all the making it as painless as possible to get up and running. Yeah, Toby?
When you're saying about making it easy for people, do you mean literally just the video and the documentation, or like I remember we had the discussion the other week about how we could potentially make it easier, and that solution was to remove Power BI.
Yes.
But we decided we didn't want a feature.
So the Power BI didn't seem that bad. Like, it's one extra step, but there's already 3 big steps. I want the sysadmins, and I think what Hark did, he created his own tenant and tried to install it, is really important, and he could just do it. I definitely think Luke and Sam should be trying to do the same thing, creating a tenant, running through all the stuff, complaining, so that Hark's video is as good as possible. Or getting other team members to do it. Maybe ask Rick to do it, or the sysadmins or something.
Yeah, I think we do have a PBI for this. This one is for Sam and I to do the actual testing for the Hawk's documentation, and we are kind of did part of it in this sprint, and we will continue to do it in next sprint. Yeah.
Right. Okay. All right.
So just like reiterating on that, so less about like bigger ticket items, but more about just refining what we've got. Is that what you're saying with the feature?
Yeah. I think once I knew that many people had found getting this thing up and running is not that bad, I think I'd feel good. But when of course, I'm as keen as mustard to get into the GitHub stuff. I think it's so important. But I do worry, and I think it's highly likely in 3 sprints time, Hark is still trying to make it nice for a first experience.
Sure. Yep. No, completely fair. I agree.
Especially if we're losing Luke for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, and another thing I want to add is, so current documentation compared to like the first version, I think is much improved because Hawk is doing a lot of automation, bicep automation to reduce a lot of steps. Yeah, and once we get Sam's feedback, we can improve it more.
Yeah, Sam acts like pure very beginner, like someone who doesn't know anything about EagleEye, because I have a lot of context about EagleEye, so I will sometimes overlook some things, like, and then just go, this is easy. But Sam is always like, why we need this step, or why this permission, we need to explain more, or like add some links to this one, because this may be hard for some users. So yeah.
Okay. So let's continue.
Yeah, let's jump in with the review. Cleaning. So we're going to continue on with that PBI for incremental updates. We want to close out this feature as quickly as we can, and then get the videos and stuff prioritized as well. This will again be a 1 week sprint, and the PBIs, a lot of them are just carrying over. So we got the incremental update, which we're awaiting a review, and then subsequent testing. Then onboarding. So Sam and Luke will continue to attack that and make sure that it's as streamlined as possible, updating any documentation or processes as we go. E2E testing. That's Hark. He'll be continuing on with that. Hopefully get a PR after that one shortly. The video, again, we'll prioritize that. We'll try and find availability with the TV team to get that one over the line. And finally, GitHub Copilot metrics. once we've got that epic closed out, we've got something to start on down the bottom there. Cool. Any questions?
No, sounds awesome.
Yeah. One thing to add for Copass to this, so it mentioned it was to completing the GitHub user mapping. So it's part of accurate. Yeah. Our main goal is still to finish the incremental updates as well as GitHub user mapping. Yeah, that'll be all.
Amazing. Cool. Oh, well, if you have any questions or want to watch any of our other videos, feel free to reach out or check out our SSW EagleEye YouTube channel. Otherwise, we'll see you next week for some more EagleEye content. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks,
See you
Toby.
guys.
Cheers. Thank you.